Welcome back, my dear.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for letting us have you.
Yeah.
That's the best I can do. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm survived the rain, and when it rains in Hoboken, that means you can't leave your apartment because streets are closed off. So
I thought of you yesterday when I was looking at the footage. You guys always get it real bad.
They're like below sea level.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bunch of because it's a bunch of drunk post college kids, and they're just like whatever. They're not thinking about that stuff.
Yeah.
We have the most bars and churches per square mile.
That's insane. Do they attribute that to anything? Why there? I mean, I'm happy about it. It's always fun for me to visit for that reason.
Well, it's a very Irish town, so
There you go.
Irish Italian, so.
Well, and Sinatra's birthplace, if I'm
That's right.
correct.
Which,
yes.
You know what? Fun fact. Not trying to derail everything, but
No.
when Sinatra actually never admitted he lived in Hoboken because it used to be like a shithole, right? So Sinatra, when you'd ask Sinatra back in the day, where are you from? He'd always say New York. He never actually admitted he was from Hoboken.
Really?
Yeah, it was Hoboken. It's like, we know you're from Hoboken. And he never really said it. He would say New York because Hoboken was I think he had this air of wanting to be classy or whatever.
No shit.
Yeah, but it wasn't until later years when Hoboken started cleaning up the place that he was like, oh yeah, I'm actually, now there's Sinatra Drive and so forth. But he never wanted to admit he was from Hoboken.
Oh my God, I'm fucking absolutely stealing that from you. I love those little fun facts they can throw into any type of sort of related conversation. I'm absolutely stealing that from you.
Yeah, and we also were the founding. We claim to be the first, the birthplace of baseball. The first baseball game was played in Hoboken. We claim, but if you go to the Cooperstown Baseball Hall of Fame, they never bring up Hoboken, and they say no, the first baseball game was played here. They say the first recorded newspaper baseball game was in Hoboken. So it was a weird thing for me because I'm like, I'm going to go to the Baseball Hall of Fame. They're going to talk about Hoboken and not a word. So I think Cooperstown and Hoboken are
completely. The whole Abner Doubleday, inventing baseball thing was a complete and total myth. They just wanted to make it because it sort of evolved from cricket and a couple other games in England, and we wanted to make it very American, and he was a Civil War hero, and so they just sort of made it up as they went along. He didn't even know what baseball was, and since he was from Cooperstown, there you go. That's great. I love that. I'd always heard Brooklyn, actually, but Hoboken sounds familiar as well. That's where baseball, as we know it, kind of started. I can tell Joe wants to kill me right now.
All right, sorry,
so
Joe. No more Hoboken fun facts. Sorry.
No, I don't want to kill you. I'm just bored.
That makes you want to kill me.
Well, speaking of icks for men.
Oh, this is good.
There's been viral trends going on for a while. This isn't new, where women reveal their icks for men and what kills their lady boners. But the fact that this was in the New York Post and they couldn't spell out the full word boner, I don't know why.
Yeah, that is odd.
Anyways.
It was a character in Growing Pains.
All right, so some of the things that give women the ick are, there was a young man who was putting away groceries in small no-show socks while walking around the apartment. People who saw the video compared the man's feet to those of a ballerina. Okay.
Wait, I don't even know what that is. What's no-show socks?
No-show socks are very tiny socks that really just cover the toes and the edge of the heel, so that when you wear a loafer or a sneaker, you don't see the sock.
What's wrong with that?
By the way, that's a very millennial thing. The younger generations now love showing their socks. Yeah. Which, Amanda, I don't know if you're the same, but when I grew up, you used to fold down your socks so no one would see them. And then you were uncomfortable in your shoe all day.
Yeah, and then I'd always buy the boot. Then they started selling the what's it called? Like the not no-show socks, but they're cut. So
yeah, like a half sock.
Yes, yeah, you're right. And I see the Gen Zers, they wear those tube socks.
Yes.
With the heads,
Of course.
Yep.
That's new.
It seems feet in general are an ick for some women.
Yeah.
That I've heard.
Yeah, just anytime that they're. Like there was one young man who used his foot, although it was covered with a sock, to scroll through movies on an airplane touchscreen display.
Oh my goodness.
That's not just an ick. That's just rude. That's
impressive.
Insane.
That is fucking impressive. This guy could have he could do a reboot of My Left Foot with that kind of talent. That is awesome.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you guys are terrible. These are all very impressive
Now,
things.
here is an ick I love, and Amanda, I'd love your thoughts. There was video of a man lying in the fetal position on the couch, sprawled out among his mom's legs. The mom is rubbing her son's back and neck as he lays comfortably on her.
Wait, you like that?
No, it's this woman's ick.
Oh.
The wife wrote, "My grown 6'3" husband seen here cuddling his mommy."
Ugh.
I think it's a little much. What do you think, Amanda?
I don't think that that's that bad. It depends on like she's just rubbing his back.
I guess so. But like he's laying on her.
Well, if he calls her mommy, that's when I draw the line.
Okay.
When a grown man calls his mother mommy, forget it. That is such an ick. But I don't know. This is like kind of sweet, just the cuddling and the touch. I mean, I kind of wouldn't be turned off with a man like that. Yeah, this wouldn't turn me off. Him calling her mommy would be a deal breaker, though. That is an ick.
Another one is a man who will practice their golf swing out of nowhere. Yeah, that's
just lame.
That's just, yeah. So, Amanda, do you have any icks? Are there certain things recently that you've seen that you're like, oh, hell no?
Yes. Okay, so 2 icks come to mind. I mean, there's many, but 2 or 3. Okay, the first one, you're talking about feet. I drive people around, and this goes for men and women. People put their feet on your console in the passenger seat. It's so rude. And it's mostly men that do this. And I'm like, how rude are you to put your feet on someone's car console when they're driving? That to me is rude. I mean, men and women do that. But an ick for me with men is when they eat too fast. And they chow down their food, or I saw a guy eat and he went like this to get the food out of his, I was like,
that's
oh my God.
Yeah.
Or when men, and it's men, by the way, it's not a lot of women, they have a congested nose. Take medication, but they'll it's like, oh my God, dude.
Oh no, honey, that's a cocaine problem.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's like, yeah.
Then give me some. Yeah. But yeah, that drives me nuts when a guy eats too fast. When I've seen guys go after they eat to get the food. It's like let's go like this.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay,
and
sorry to interrupt, but really quickly, I would
right.
never do that thing. That's fucking horrible. I mean, come on, I was raised
People do
better than
that.
that. I am aware that I have a problem with eating too quickly, and I don't like it either because I'm like, oh, now I've just I pressed fast forward on something I'm supposed to enjoy, but I do it anyway. I'm aware it's a problem, but I am certainly guilty of that. And I hate it too because on the odd chance I'm at a restaurant, like I just recently, obviously they paid, went out to a restaurant with my folks this weekend. And then what invariably happens is you're just sitting there for like another fucking 40 minutes waiting for them to goddamn finish.
Yeah, I'm the slowest eater, so everyone's fast compared to me.
See, I think slow eaters are a problem as well. I mean, there's a happy middle, but...
Yeah. Or, I've seen that too, right? Slow eaters, because you're like, are you going to eat? And it's like, oh, no, I'm going to wait a few minutes. It's like...
Yeah, and then you're just sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Boy.
Amanda, do you think you have icks, or are there things that other people find icky about you?
I mean, that's probably why. Yeah, let me try to think. People people really find it intimidating that I'm perfect. So people really find that really upsetting. So
that is such a Joe answer.
Yeah, it's just like, be a real person, Amanda. Like, why do you walk on water and do everything completely correct? Let me think if I did anything. I used to, I'll admit this, that I used to do. I don't do it anymore because a guy pointed it out to me. This is actually kind of embarrassing.
Oh, I like it already.
I guess I used to eat the apple core of an apple.
That's just weird. I don't think that's.
I read that that's where you get the fiber. I mean, I spit the seeds out, but I would eat the apple core because I read that that's where you get the fiber, and I don't know, whatever.
I didn't even know it was edible. I didn't even know that's something you could eat.
Yeah,
Okay.
And the guy's like, and I get how that's like, ew, why is she an idiot? And then the shrimp, the skins of the shrimp, sometimes I wouldn't peel it and I just eat with the shrimp. I don't know.
I get that. No, those are all they're not even eccentricities. They're just I don't know, weird things. I guess weird things that you do are eccentricities, but those aren't bad. But I guess that goes back to the whole thing about how you're perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I'm trying to think of
struggling.
disgusting.
And I love your answer too, because I know Joe felt the need to ask that because she obviously can't think of anything that she does
No.
that would ick anyone out because
Okay, and here's why I don't think anyone has icks about me, is because no, I genuinely am horrified of icking someone out. So I think too much about other people. Like at least you can say the people who have the ick or ick others out, they're living their lives. They are like, this is me, and you don't like it, but someone else might. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to please everyone, which isn't great because, you know, sometimes I do have something stuck in the back of my teeth and I want to use my finger to get it, but I don't want to gross anyone out.
That's the thing, though.
Like
You guys can get away with that shit because you're fucking hot chicks. Although I don't see beauty with her.
But
Yeah.
also
So girls can get away with shit like that. Guys are on a much stricter thing.
Oh, I got one.
What?
Not that I do, but something that really icks me out.
I mean, she doesn't.
People cutting their nails.
Oh my god.
Just in general, but then when you do it on the subway, this happened recently, and I'm like, you should be shot immediately. It's bad.
See, to your point, Joanne, I don't know if like women. I think women are more conscious about how they make other people feel. I don't think men are as socialized to give a shit about how making people comfortable. So when the guy told me don't do that, I stopped doing it immediately. I'm like, okay, I won't do it. You know, like if you tell me I have an ick, I'll stop doing it. But a guy would be like, oh, you're just crazy, you know, whatever.
Yeah. No, I see your point. We do try to, please. I guess we're conditioned that way.
That's right. Make people feel comfortable. Don't gross people out. Just be pretty and perfect, and you know.
I always try to change for the better. Apart from the whole Bill, please stop drinking thing, I'd like to say that I'm usually pretty accommodating to changing other things apart from that. But my advice to like guys that have a lot of icks, don't date. It was a liberating thing for me. And now I can just sit at home and embrace all of the icks I have with